Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Erin, and today is Friday, which means it is Book Review Friday once again. We have a doozy of a book to talk about, okay? I have a lot of thoughts, I have a lot of opinions on this book. I polled you guys in the community tab what you wanted to see reviewed today. It was very close between Mina and the Undead and I Know What You Did Last Summer, but when I needed to start reading the book, I Know What You Did Last Summer had won, so I did read that book. Currently, right now on the poll, Mina and the Undead is winning, so next week I will do that one, I promise. I'm so sorry. So at the time I started the book, I Know What You Did Last Summer had won, but then it kept going, so I'm really sorry if you wanted Mina and the Undead this week. I promise you, next week I will be reading that book. But today we are talking about I Know What You Did Last Summer by Lois Duncan. Well, what is there to say about this book, okay? Oh, I know, a lot. There's a lot to say about this book. Let's start with the cover. I think the cover is fine. It's kind of boring in my opinion. It's nothing special. It's just like a house and like trees and it's blue. I don't know. It's just like a normal, this is a normal cover. Nothing too spectacular, nothing horrendously ugly. So it's just normal, okay? It's just a normal cover. Okay, so let's get straight into my plot synopsis. I will tell you a little bit about the book if you do not know what the plot is already about. I'm just going to keep it pretty vague because this is a shorter book. I don't want to give too much information away, so we'll keep it pretty vague. I'll just give you the bare minimum, and then we will get into my thoughts and overall opinions on this book. Last summer, 4 friends were driving while under the influence, and an accident occurred. Because they want to protect their futures and themselves, they decide to make a pact and run from the scene, promising to not tell a soul. Now a year later, they start receiving anonymous threats indicating that someone knows what they did. This person intends on making them pay for their actions. Okay, let's get straight into my thoughts and opinions on this book. Like I said, I kept the plot short and sweet. Let's dive right in. So, I think we should talk about first the fact that this book was originally published in the 70s. However, since then, Lois Duncan has updated the book, and I read the updated version. So the updates that are in the book, from what I can tell, are clothing updates, language updates, and then just certain sentences that characters say have been updated to fit the time period a bit better. I personally don't really get the updates. I think I would have preferred reading the original 70s version. I don't know. If I know it's taking place in the 70s, it's not really going to bother me with the language, the outfits. Like that's not going to bother me that much. I kind of get the like gender politics that she changed and stuff like that. I understand to keep it more modern, and you know, I get it. I don't know. I just thought that was a little weird when I found out that it had been updated because I didn't really know why it needed to be updated, but yeah, I just wanted to touch on that a bit. I think I would have just preferred to read the original 70s version, just see what it was like and kind of just get a feel for the original story. I know that the updates didn't make it that different. I would have liked to read the original one, I guess, just because I don't feel like the updates were that necessary, but I mean, I'm not the author. That's totally her prerogative to have fixed things that she wanted to fix. I'm just being a little bit picky on that point. I just think, for me personally, I would have liked to read it take place in the 70s as it was supposed to. Okay, let's talk about the characters. This is my biggest pet peeve with YA, horror, thriller books, whatever you want to call this. is that the teenagers are always really stupid. And I'm talking like really stupid. Look, I was a teenager. It was a while ago. I'm 26 now, but I remember being 17, 18 years old. And I can guarantee you I would not have been that stupid. Their actions were so dumb to me, and I don't understand if it's because authors are trying too hard to get in the mindset of a teenager and it just doesn't work. I know it's a stereotype to have teenagers be really, really stupid in horror. I get it. Like, I get it. I get the stereotype, but I think it's a dumb stereotype because I just don't think teenagers are that dumb. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I just don't. I think it's unrealistic. And these teens were so obsessed with their relationship status, their partners, their boyfriends, their girlfriends, whatever. They were so obsessed with that they weren't even paying attention that someone was threatening them. Like, your lives are in danger and you're just, nah, man, you're just worried about your relationship status. Got it. Like, what? I'm sorry, I don't believe that for a second. I really just, I can't. I'm sorry. I will not believe that. Like I said, very stereotypical characters, very flat, not a lot of depth, not a lot of character development. They're all very one note, very typical characters. I mean, they're really dumb, they're annoying. I didn't really like any of them. Even the good or smart ones weren't that smart in my opinion. So yeah, I just didn't care for any of the characters. Couldn't connect with them, couldn't like them, did not like them. Okay, let's talk about the fact that absolutely nothing happens in this book. This book is so boring. There is absolutely no climax, no atmosphere, no build-up, no tension, no nothing. There is nothing happening in this book. I thought that they were supposed to be scared for their lives. I thought that someone was supposed to be threatening them. Where? At what point is that happening? At what point is that happening? Where? Please point me in the direction because I can't find it. Like I said, I kept waiting for something to happen after the threatening notes, which threatening notes, by the way, they get a note that says, hey, I know what you did last summer, and then a few other things that are not really that threatening in my opinion. There's no one saying, hey, I'm gonna stab you 8 million times until you die. I mean, it's not really that threatening. It's just someone being like, hey, I definitely know what you did, and that's it. And I'm just so confused how these are considered threatening. Huh? You know, where was the buildup? Where was the buildup and the tension? I'm sorry, it lacked both of those so badly that the whole book is just one note. No climax, no tension, no buildup, no nothing. There is nothing in this book. It's flat. Just like the characters, it's flat. It's flat. Look, I know this is a YA. I get it. I know. But I have read many YA books that are 1,000,000 times better than this. Hello, Fear Street books? Are you joking me? Fear Street are more tense than this. Fear Street are more atmospheric than this. At least the Fear Street books have a plot most of the time and actual things occurring. I don't get it. I'm sorry, but you cannot tell me it's because this is YA. I will not accept that as an answer. I have read horror/thriller YAs that are 1,000 times better than this book, and I will not accept the fact that this was originally written in the 70s and that's why she updated it. And I've read horror books written from the 70s that were better than this. I will not accept those as answers. I really will not. I don't think those are excuses as to why this was as bad as it was. No, I will not accept it. Okay, next, let's talk about our mystery pal's identity. Who is this mysterious person sending these threatening notes? Who could it possibly be? Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you I figured out who it was halfway through the book. I thought it was very obvious. I'm actually flabbergasted that none of the characters could possibly figure out who it was. Like, I'm sorry, I just think that that's laughable that they could not figure out who it was. Look, I know it's YA. No excuse to have such a obvious person. Okay, I'm sorry. No, I will not accept the fact that it's a YA, and that's why. So obvious. It was so obvious, and that drives me insane. Because at least if there had been some tension, it might not have been so obvious who it was, but if I could figure it out halfway through the story, no. I'm someone who doesn't try to actively figure out things. Yes, I'll let pieces go through my head and I'll like think about it a little bit, but I'm not actively trying to ruin things for myself most of the time, okay? Now, when it's this obvious that just having a passing thought once or twice, it's like, yeah, that's the person, it's them, then it's too easy. I'm sorry, it's too easy. Where is the mystery? Where is the mystery? Where's the mystery? Because there was none. Let's talk about the plot twist. The plot twist. Okay. Now, as soon as I figured out who this mystery person was, almost a couple chapters later, I figured out what this plot twist was. I had an inkling. I had a suspicion. I was correct, unfortunately. So therefore, the plot twist to me was not good. Not good at all. I'm sorry. It was not a good plot twist in the slightest. Again, no mystery, no suspense, no build-up, no climax. This plot twist was so obvious, and I'm devastated because of that. Devastated. This book is obvious, it is predictable, and it's just not what I wanted. Thank God it's only 211 pages because I was so over it. So incredibly over it. So over it. The ending. Let's talk about the ending. The ending is laughable. I actually laughed when I read it because it was so cheesy, so dumb, so silly, so not suspenseful in the slightest. And I was just laughing because this is how the book ended. I was like, wow, this is really it. That's it. I spent my afternoon reading this book. Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, so not a great ending, not really a great book in my personal opinion. Yeah, there is an interview with Lois Duncan at the back of the book. I did read most of it. I did not read the entire thing because honestly I couldn't. It was very cringy and just very strange to read, but I did read parts where Lois Duncan talked about the movie and how she does not like it because it is so very different from her book. Now, if you want my personal opinion, don't read the book, go watch the movie because I absolutely love the movie. I have watched that movie so many times. I haven't seen it in years, but I'm just gonna tell you right now, the book is very disappointing compared to the movie. As someone who considers themselves a lover of all things horror and spooky and scary, I would not waste my time reading this book again. I would just go watch the movie. If I was feeling in a I Know What You Did Last Summer mood, yeah, I just wouldn't read this book. I would go straight to the movie. I completely understand that Lois Duncan is allowed to her opinion because this is her book. She created it. She, you know, she made this. So I understand her not liking the movie. I would just prefer the movie 1000% over this book. I cannot recommend this book to you guys. Yeah, I did not enjoy this. I will probably be giving this a 2-star review on Goodreads. I would give it 1, but I finished it and it didn't make me want to die. So I'm gonna give it 2. But yeah, I did not like this. I did not like it. I'm sorry. I know Lois Duncan is a very well-renowned, well-loved author. I get it. I just don't like this. No. We cannot have another bad book review next week, my friends. I know. After reading this, no, I have to read something good. No, I will not let this become a trend. I will not let this start the downward spiral that usually happens when I read a bad book and then continue to read bad books and review them on here. No, I am calling it now. We are reading good books this month. This is gonna be the only dud. Come on. The only dud. I'm calling it right now. No more duds. No more. All right, my friends, that's going to do it for my review on I Know What You Did Last Summer by Lois Duncan. Okay, I am so very sorry if you love this book. Look, to each their own. If you love it, I'm so very happy for you. I do not like this book, and I don't want to ever read it again. No, thank you. I want to go watch the movie to cleanse my mind of this book that I just read. This was a very harsh review. I hope it's not super harsh that you guys are mad at me if you do like this book. I'm so sorry if you do. So that's going to end this week's book review Friday. If you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed me talking absolute crap about I Know What You Did Last Summer, please give this video a thumbs up because I have a feeling a lot of people are going to thumbs it down because they will be mad at me. So, you know, if you agree with me, please give me a thumbs up because I am scared of all the Lois Duncan fans coming to rip me to shreds. Feel free to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We can become friends, talk about books, movies, makeup, horror, all kinds of things. I do a lot on this channel, so hopefully there's something for everyone. And with that being said, I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you on Monday with a new video. Bye!